Unusual sight had people looking up in East Texas last night. A mysterious object was seen zooming through the sky around 5:30 yesterday evening, and it was caught on camera.
TxDOT crews are actively working a nearly 70-foot deep sinkhole near Paducah.
TxDOT has closed County Road 485 to 489, placed barricades around the area, and as of Tuesday morning, the size of the sinkhole has increased.
Welcome back, everyone. Scientists have been trying to predict earthquakes for decades, and according to new research from the University of Texas, the way they've been doing it could be a bit off.
Texas, synonymous with sprawling plains, endless horizons, and cities pulsing with energy, has always played by its own rules. But beneath the grandeur of oil fields and cowtown legends, something much more enigmatic is taking place. Deep beneath the mesquite-shaded ridges and sagebrush valleys, silent signals stir the Lone Star State. Meanwhile, along the remote Gulf shoreline and far offshore, astounding scientific discoveries are coming to light. Findings that have put Texas on the map as a new frontier for astonishing research. While many remain focused on distant cosmic wonders, Texas is rising to the top of scientists' watch lists. For what has been uncovered in its earth and waters is both profound and mysterious. Under skies so vast you can nearly sense the edge of space, researchers here have reported evidence of unfamiliar seismic activity, new land formations, and even life forms that seem untouched by the surface world. Some of these revelations expand the bounds of what we thought possible. Unknown celestial phenomena, deep underground voids, and ancient microbial life thriving amid the darkness. Exciting as some of these discoveries are, others prompt caution. Unexpected movements, vanishing lakes, and ancient forces threading through the rocks and brine. With every answer, new questions arise. When technology pierces deeper into the planet, can we be sure what will come next? Where does the edge of what we know about Texas lie? At the surface or somewhere unknown below? The ground is shifting, sometimes literally, and what scientists and explorers are finding in Texas is rewriting our understanding of geology, biology, and the universe itself. So, before we get swallowed up by the unknown, let's dive into the 13 most mind-bending discoveries linked to Texas right now. Chapter 1. Galaxies and Invisibility, Cosmic Surprises from Texas. The big story begins far beyond Texas's soil, and yet it starts right here. In 2024, a research team partially based in Texas announced a world-shaking breakthrough. They discovered what may be the most distant known galaxy in the universe. Using cutting-edge telescopes and sophisticated data analysis by Texas scientists, they detected faint light from an early galaxy, helping us peer further back in time than ever before. This puts Texas squarely on the map of cosmic discovery. The state is a crucial base for astronomers tracking the birth of the cosmos. But that's not all. In the same year, another research group from Texas made significant progress toward an invisibility cloak, once thought only possible in fiction. By manipulating the behaviors of light with advanced materials, these scientists are developing technology that can bend electromagnetic waves, potentially leading to ways to conceal objects or guide light in never-before-seen directions. These projects blend the power of Texas's research institutions and hinted future discoveries that could be as transformative as the first glimpses of new galaxies. Chapter 2. The Deep Geological Mysteries. Texas is widely known for oil wells and gas booms, but research under its soil hints at deeper enigmas. In the Dallas-Fort Worth area, geoscientists use seismic tomography to image the state's subterranean layers. They've identified intricate networks of brine channels, rock formations shaped by ancient seas, and hints of large, loosely packed subterranean pockets. While these aren't the catastrophic voids sometimes feared in dramatic tales, such features do influence local water movement and can affect civil engineering projects. Ongoing studies are focused on how water withdrawal for cities and agriculture might be subtly shifting Earth layers, fueling slow land subsidence. Insurance analysts and city planners do pay attention to these trends, which manifest as gradual settling or the occasional sinkhole. But there's no evidence of anything on a scale to swallow cities. Instead, the true marvel is how the dynamic geology beneath Texas continues to reveal new scientific puzzles and manages to support millions above. Chapter 3. The Shifting Gulf, Islands and Coastal Change. The Texas coastline faces constant change from wind, waves, storms, and shifting currents. This is a land shaped by hurricanes and the slow, relentless rise and fall of sea levels. Over the last decades, surveys and satellites have revealed new sandbars, mudflats, and occasional ephemeral islands forming in the Gulf, especially near river mouths or after powerful storms. These phantom islands are usually not volcanic, but made from sediment deposits that may appear after floods or hurricanes, then vanish again with the next big storm. Sometimes they persist long enough to attract birds and early plant life, reshaping the deltaic tapestry of Texas's bays and estuaries. The Coast Guard and researchers keep a close eye on these changes because they affect navigation, habitats, and even fishing grounds. What unfolds along the Texas coast is a reminder that nature's hand is always at work, drawing and erasing new lines between land and sea. Chapter 4. Subsurface Surprises, Ancient Microbes. Beneath the oil fields and limestone country of West Texas, scientists have drilled into rock layers that are hundreds of millions of years old. In some of these deep, salty aquifers, they have discovered colonies of microbes, tiny forms of life enduring in conditions far from sunlight and modern air. These extremophiles use chemistry alone to survive, drawing energy from minerals, hydrogen, and ancient brines. Such microbes intrigue researchers not only for their remarkable survival abilities, but also for what they could reveal about the history of life on Earth or even on other planets. While these ancient colonies are not threatening, they provide valuable genetic insight and serve as models for resilience, prompting partnerships with NASA and biotech innovators. Every time we drill a little deeper in Texas, new secrets about the persistence and adaptability of life may emerge. Chapter 5. Climate Extremes and the Ocean Heat Dome. Above the Gulf of Mexico, Texas's coast has experienced remarkable climate shifts. Recent years have brought widely reported ocean heat domes, regions where sea temperatures rise above historical norms, often trapping heat for weeks or months due to altered wind and current patterns. In 2025, one such event led scientists to report Gulf waters off Texas much warmer than usual. This heats up marine environments, sometimes resulting in areas where fish or shellfish die off due to low oxygen, a phenomenon called a dead zone. The ripple effects reach far. Hot seas fuel stronger hurricanes, amplify inland drought one year and flooding the next. Local economies, especially fisheries and farming communities, feel these extremes first. Adaptation is underway, even as the scientific community studies how climatic forces will continue to shape Texas's coasts and heartland. Chapter 6. The Story Beneath Our Feet, Uplifts and Plate Movements. Much of central and west Texas sits atop ancient, deeply buried rocks. Researchers using gravity readings and satellite radar look for subtle uplifts where the ground may rise or subside over years. Sometimes these movements are related to groundwater withdrawal or natural settling. Occasionally, advanced geophysical tools detect hints of deeper magmatic activity, movements far below the reach of wells and drills. Although Texas lacks active volcanoes today, ancient volcanic rocks in places like the Trans-Pecos area are reminders of fiery epochs in the distant past. The scientific consensus is that while there is no imminent volcanic risk, continued monitoring is warranted, and these geological processes shape water, mineral, and energy resources. Chapter 7. The Edges of Ancient Oceans, Thinning Crust, and Evolving Basins. In the Permian Basin and across Texas's vast inland, geologists piece together clues about our continent's changing shape. Ancient seas once covered large swaths of land here, and as tectonic plates shifted over eons, the layers of rock below have been folded, stretched, and rearranged. Seismic records and drill samples show places where younger sediments poke through older ones, often driven by complicated tectonic interactions. Offshore, continued mapping of the Gulf of Mexico floor sometimes reveals narrow fissures or magnetic anomalies, signs of slow natural spreading that shapes Earth's surface over millions of years. These changes don't present imminent risk, but are central to understanding the slow evolution of our planet's crust. Chapter 8: Faults, Shifts, and the Ever-Moving Land. South Texas's Rio Grande Valley and the surrounding areas sit atop a patchwork of old fault lines. Recent research using GPS and earthquake monitoring have observed small, subtle shifts in the region. Most seismic events in Texas are very minor, but each tremor is a record of the Earth's dynamic nature. Scientists map and study every quiver with carefully calibrated networks. What most people feel is rare, but what is learned about Earth movements is invaluable for safety and stability. Chapter 9: Waters Disappearing and the Land Revealing Its Past. Drought periodicity and heavy water use have led to dropping levels in Texas's reservoirs and aquifers over the last recent years. As lakes and rivers recede, exposed land sometimes reveals ancient artifacts, tree stumps, fossils, or petroglyphs that have been hidden for millennia. Scenes of vanished lakes or dried riverbeds are stark reminders of Texas's vulnerability to climate shifts and the necessity of wise water stewardship. But these phenomena are also windows into history, showing us coral fossils and mammoth bones that tell stories from epochs when Texas was sea, savanna, or even tundra. Each layer exposed in parched years draws archaeologists, paleontologists, and curious residents to rediscover a deep shared past. Chapter 10: The Boundaries of the Possible, Science and Imagination. Texas has long inspired tall tales, but today science is tracking revelations that sometimes seem to outstrip even folk legend. With telescopes and space missions, quantum materials, and mega laboratories, Texas researchers stand at the global frontier. Whether it's uncovering the universe's oldest light or rewriting the boundaries of perception and invisibility, the work happening here has implications that reach far beyond state lines. Each geological survey, each excavation or deep borehole sample is a testament to our drive to understand what lies beneath and beyond. Where cowboys once drove cattle across open land, scientists now probe the many layered stories written in earth and starlight. So what's emerging from Texas soil and science? From the search for the universe's beginnings to breakthroughs at the smallest scales of biology and physics, Texas is ever more than myth. It's a crucible of discovery and transformation. Tell us in the comments which Texas discovery blew your mind the most. Was it the vision of distant galaxies, the ancient microbes, or the secrets hidden in the ground? And what do you think researchers will find next beneath the surface, waiting to open a new chapter in science? If you're hungry for more adventures in Earth's stranges and cosmic wonders, subscribe for new stories and be part of a community exploring what's possible when curiosity drives us forward. Remember, as mysteries deepen and our world keeps shifting, often the greatest marvels and new questions lie hidden just beneath our feet and above our heads. Until next time, stay curious and keep your eyes wide open for what's still to be discovered.